Whoa! It's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Geometry Dash video. I haven't been home for the last month or so, but check this out. Update 2.207 has dropped. One of the most exciting things is the introduction of the event tab actually being usable. And who else would have the first event level than audiovisual with its Christmas icon colors? Dude, back on Dash, reaching 1 million downloads in its first week or so of release is incredible. I'm basically gonna go through and just give my thoughts on each of these event levels so far, kind of like I used to back in 2021, 2022, just giving my thoughts on levels and concepts in the game and just talking about the state of the game and how I feel about it. This level is really pretty from audiovisual. It's a great back on track remake, very glowy, lots of animations and particles going around, still sticks faithful to sight-readable gameplay. Oh, geez, that was a difficult coin. Love the animations of the cube jumping over the spikes on the bottom here. That's so cool. But yeah, you can see the plain GD background is there. There's a custom ground here, which is pretty interesting to note. You can see how the glow overlaps it there. There's a lot of cool creating techniques that I want to point out as I'm playing through here. But you can see Viz has used a lot of regular objects here to stick true to the original GD vision of having recognizable blocks and everything being sight-readable. I got the coin that time, thankfully. I love how bright these blocks are with the bright green. It looks so beautiful. There's a lot of 3D textures and a lot of lighting up glow. Viz said that this level has like a bajillion groups, and I kind of see it now that I look at it a little bit more. Love how he's made the custom background here with the glow behind it. Wow, am I actually terrible at the game now? What's going on? It's a very simple level here that has a lot more than meets the eye, but the way it comes across is extremely beginner friendly, and I love it for that. It's the perfect event level number 1, in my opinion. Now, the event levels overall, I think it's a fascinating idea to have the GD album with no copyright sounds. I think it's a great first event to have. I'm imagining that in the future there may be some contests where an event may be held instead of a gauntlet. Now that gauntlets are becoming very full, I have to imagine that an event might be held at some point. It's kind of like a big creator contest, but I'd love to see that. I think this is a great start for an event level. We have a bunch that follow. That transition was really cool, and I love these visualizers at the front. I love the parallax in this level. Oh my gosh, how did I not die there? Please, can I get to the end so I can continue? Thank you. Man, that's so cool. I love how all of these levels are very simply presented, but they have a lot of very interesting details that give these levels a lot more flair, and they let their creativity shine through thoughtful details rather than like over the top designs and stuff. I can't spell. Autonic, here we go. This was the second event level. It's called Geometry. It's only an epic rating. Really? Now this one is almost at 100 million. Wait, what? Why did I say that? 1 million. This one is a little bit more complex in its building here. We have some very fast-paced visuals here going in and out. We also have some foregrounds going over the top where you go behind a building and stuff with jumping on top of cars. So this one isn't as clearly mapped out, but I still think it's really pretty. I think it works very well with its Newgrounds song. Dude, I meant NCS. My bad. Too, even if it's not in a Rob Top style, I think it works really well. There's some pretty cool layering here where certain layers of the background are just standing out and making it look 3D as we're going past. I think that's really sick. It's a bit different to a parallax. I just completely missed a jump there. Whoops, that's unfortunate. I think it's awesome that an event that has so many different parts, like the singles for the album, are so different in their style, because that's what's making the event levels very exciting. Because imagine if they were just Rob Top level remakes, I think it would get very stale very quickly. But yeah, this one is really sick. I love the colors in it, how the orange is kind of like an overarching color, I guess I can say. Love the city background too. Going down, I like the sequencing too. It definitely makes the levels feel more exciting and lets the song stand out, which is, I guess, the whole point of the levels. These levels are used for visualizers on the No Copyright Sounds channel. That's kind of the whole thing here. And I love this firework edition. I think it's really sick. The whole screen going orange is a really nice touch. I think fireworks is something that I've tried to make in GD before, but not as successfully as this. I love how the area fade trigger is used here and the glow in the background once again. It just, the way that colors are used in these levels just makes them feel so special. I don't know. You have the bright color of orange being used for this whole thing, which gives it this really unique aesthetic. And yeah, just the way everything's sequenced with the black screens and the swoops and all of these little staircases and jumps. It's so cool. This is the second single, yeah. The current event level is Citadel by Subwoofer, which I haven't not played at all. I haven't even seen it yet. It is no surprise if you've seen a Subwoofer level that Subwoofer has been incorporated into this whole event series. Straight away, Even when you respawn, there is a huge burst of energy. Love the cloud textures in the background. This one is a demon level, so it might be a lot more difficult for me to get through, but it gives me more of a chance to talk about how I feel about event levels and stuff and how well I think these levels do. Dude, the snapping bridge and everything. Oh my gosh, I gotta go through some of that beginning part again. I just love how much emphasis Howard put on a lot of different sections, like the closing drawbridge, and then you have like bolts of lightning to make things appear. Oh my goodness, this is actually kind of tough. Where do I go? Oh, it opens up at the bottom. That's cool. Dude, this level is really sick. There's a lot of dynamic movements here with the camera. Yo, oh my gosh, you have to avoid the balls that get bigger from the background and get thrown off the ramp. It's kind of like a skee ball. Love that transition, how the camera starts at the left and you burst through the wall, and we're kind of placed a little bit further over to the side, just so you get more of the environment in your face like that with the foreground. Love the particles and how these blocks are being set on fire. This one definitely has the most details so far, in my opinion. You can expect that from Subwoofer. Just look at the amount of animations here. We had the speed lines on the side. Oh my goodness. Love this sequence. This is a Water Flame and Boom Kitty song. Ooh, that transition and the way that the blocks split up. How has he done that? I don't actually know what I'm looking at there. Maybe it's a shader? Yeah, it looks like a shader. That's so sick. Applying that shader to a specific layer is really cool. Kind of difficult to see where to jump here, but it is a demon level, so you gotta give it that. Oh my goodness. Love the camera angle and stuff here. There's so much emphasis placed on every single beat of the song. I love that from Howard. Yo, okay. The wave section. I love the way Howard uses colors recently, man. It's just so cool. Oh my goodness. These wave corridors are not perfect in their shape. That's really trippy. Okay, where do I go here? Wow, this camera is moving fast. I love it though. It feels so fluid and dynamic. Where are we going now? Oh my gosh, there's a screen in the center and all of the blocks get thrown closer towards me. That's insane, actually. You're using that with a spider? The most precise game mode in the game? Oh gosh. Dude, what the heck? Wait, it's actually playable though. Wait, that's so cool. How has he done that? I genuinely have no idea how he's managed to pull it off. That's crazy. I don't even know how that effect works. Dude, this level is so sick. The gameplay is amazing and it feels just right to go through. There's so much emphasis placed on all of this stuff. Oh my goodness. The spider orbs and everything. Wow. Dude, it feels so interactive. You're going in and out of that building, going top to bottom. You're flying through with the environment. The blocks are flying through. Dude, what a cool level. One of my favorite event levels so far. It's definitely the most imaginative one I've seen so far, as much as like putting emphasis on certain details of the song, which is how I'd kind of expect these event levels to go, considering it's a music-focused event. I think that's awesome. Whoa, those chandeliers are objects. Okay, good to know. I'd love if there was like more sequenced events like this, where it's one level after the next, that they all have a certain idea behind them. So this one is the NCS event, right? So all of these levels are going to be focused around the music and concepts and things like that. But then I wonder what else the next event levels are going to have focused on. Oh my, where do I go? I don't remember. This is a true art level. I've been trying to make one recently and it did not go this smoothly, let me tell you that. I love that that painting in the background references the real one. I forgot what it's called. I'm not a painting guy, but I do remember that that painting exists somewhere. I'll try and find an image of it. Okay, dude, this gameplay is so fun. Oh my gosh. It just feels so right with the camera controls. I've never really got the hang of them yet. Okay, we have the pit. Here we go. Little sequence here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so the drop. This UFO was pretty difficult, I remember. Dude, I love the environments Howard's been making with the bricks in the background and stuff. It just goes so hard. I'm probably gonna die at the spider here. This is my worst game mode. Never mind. Okay, we're going through the mini wave. This is just so sick. This feels like a GD event. You know what I mean? It just feels right. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, where do I go? No, I went through the closed door. That's so painful. Okay, that's really cool to sight read. I love how these clouds are scaling up and down, by the way, just ever so slightly. Gives it a little bit of interactivity as you're going through. I love how the title of the song is being built up into this entire world by Howard. That's really cool. So yeah, I think the event levels have been really good so far. So I wonder how the album is going to be released then. If these are being released as singles and the singles are the event, then what happens after all of the singles are released? Because normally when albums are released, not all of the singles are put out in advance, just so the album has more like impact. But I wonder what's going to happen with the rest. That's going to be so interesting to see. Okay, let me get the right path here. I went the wrong way. Oh man, I'm struggling to read that part a little bit. I think I'm just bad and I didn't practice it enough. I was also yapping. I don't know what I would change about the whole thing so far, except it does seem a little seemingly random when the events are put up. Like this is just a random Thursday morning I'm recording this. I'm pretty sure the other event levels were released on Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken. This is such a far-fetched idea, but imagine if RobTop put like billboards in some of the GD levels. or like banners somewhere that announced an event. Like imagine you're playing Stereo Madness and it's just like, yo, there's a banner in the background and it is now the NCS event. Go check it out. Because unless you're following social media, there's no way to see in game that there's a new event. There's no exclamation mark or anything. I was wondering how these could be promoted a little bit more imaginatively, because with gauntlets too, I feel like they kind of just shadow drop. Wow, that is an obstacle. That is tough. This level is actually pretty hard. I've always felt like the gauntlets could have had more hype around them. Here's my thing with gauntlets, right? I just clicked off the game. That's terrible. I forgot what I was going to say. Like, there's so many of them. Some of the gauntlets were curated by Rob at the start of 2.1, right? But then some of them are now gauntlet entries that did really well in the contest, like the World Gauntlet, Discord Gauntlet, and stuff like that. So it's a very big mix of different ideas all put into the same area. Whereas events, I feel like this one is a lot more unique because the levels are being drip fed to you like once every week or so. I'm just wondering if events could maybe end up patching these areas where I feel like some of these levels are a little bit underhyped in the release, right? Because even for the music library and stuff, Rob had videos on the main channel that were kind of premiered with a question mark and then they get revealed in real time to a bunch of people. Whereas gauntlets and events are kind of done through tweets or like single post announcements. Unless I'm mistaken, I've always felt like gauntlets could be a little bit more hyped when they're getting released. Maybe same with event levels, but when event levels are released, everyone is talking about it because it's one level you play at one time, right? I mean, the levels still exist on the servers, but to get the right rewards, you play them at the time. I mean, these levels get plenty coverage. Oh my gosh, I really died to that spike. That's crazy. This level's tough. I'm gonna have to practice it again, unfortunately. I mean, Rob has a giant following on YouTube. He has like over 10 million subs now, right? Like, dude, he could probably promote these events and updates a lot more. I don't even think there was a YouTube post for 2.207. But clearly, I mean, these levels are getting 1 million downloads each. It's obvious that they're definitely getting pushed out. Now that I'm doing this my thoughts on event levels video, I might do my thoughts on the recent gauntlets, but I don't know when the next ones are going to drop. See, this is my exact point. I don't know when the next gauntlets are going to come out. I guess part of the thing is that these are shadow dropped to prevent the servers from getting overloaded, which I guess makes sense, and it gives you the feeling that the game could be changing any day, which I guess encourages people to log on and get playing. Now I gotta go to the split screen section, which is just so cool. It's such an ambitious concept to put in an event level like this. Let's just hope I don't mess it up here. I'd be really embarrassed if I... Okay, well, Howard's been getting really good at adding these animated obstacles in the level, dude. And these transitions too. Okay, don't click there. Nice. Now we have the duel. This should be fine. I didn't mess this up in practice at all. Even though the spider pod is scary. Okay, don't mess up the flying, because this is actually kind of tricky and I didn't really practice it enough. I'm hoping that I've got it in. The flying up is just so weird to me. I always feel like I can never just rest because it's so stressful trying to pick up the ship from the ground when you're vertical like that. Man. Nice, we're good, we're good. Come on, just fly straight through. Another thing I really like about these event levels, sorry, I'm still yapping, is just like how well they represent the game at its current stand, right? That was not English. Okay, there we go, I finally did it. Yes! Great level. Love that. Very nice. What are the rewards for this? That's my question. You get cool rewards from these event levels. Ooh, gold key? I don't even know what that does. But let me just do this real quick. I didn't even realize. Oh. Cooked looking cube. Let me know what you think of the whole event thing. Thank you so much for watching. Check the links in the description. Leave a like, subscribe, and have a good day.